Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a real quick demo here to kind of explain this concept of development templates that can be used in your classes. For a lot of people that I talk to, they're really just not even sure how to get started in Blackboard or where things should go to look nice, and so it gets put together in just sort of bits and pieces, and so I thought this might help some people to get their stuff actually organized. So what I'm going to do here is just show you the ones that I have available. You're not going to be able to see these in your Blackboard site. If you decide that you want to use one of these and you want to have it applied to your class, just give me a call, or if you're an options instructor, you can call your faculty support over there, Lori or Lisa, and they also have access to these, and they can help you, use them in your classes as well. The ones that I have available right now there's a series of enhanced course development ones, and then there's some online course development. Now, for the enhanced, really all that means is that you want to use Blackboard to support what you're already doing in your face-to-face class. And depending on what exactly you want to do, you may need to choose one of these different template options. The first one is just a document. So for example, if you only want to have something like your syllabus or class PowerPoints or descriptions of an essay that's due, things like that. If you just want to have handouts that are available for your students, then that's a good template to use. If you're looking for the document plus grading, you want to use it as a grading system, this is a good option to use. Or if you want to go even one step further and actually have your students submit assignments in Blackboard, those are your three options there. So I'm going to get started. Really, I'm just going to go straight to the bottom one to show you all three of the possibilities, and then if you decide you want to scale back into one of these other ones, then you can just ask to have a different one applied. So if I click on here, what you're going to see is this is what just a really basic Blackboard class that it can be used in face-to-face looks like. And so I have an example announcement here. You can, obviously, and I'll give you guys more directions on all of this stuff if you decide to apply it. But if you want to delete it or edit this to make more sense for your class, which obviously you need to do, it doesn't really give you a whole lot of information here, you can do that. The basic areas, when you're just using it for passing out information, most of that tends to be in course information. And this is an example of where you can put your course syllabus. If you have an area for course documents, then that's where you can have a folder with all of your PowerPoints in it. If there's a specific article or an essay or something that you need to have people read, you can put that there. Let's see, those are just the two examples, but obviously you can add anything to this. This just provides you a base. And then in assignments, there's an assignment link, right here, and there's just one added here just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like, but you can always go ahead and add more of them as you choose. So if you were to decide to apply this template in particular, for example, what I would do is I would go ahead and apply it to your class, whichever master class you want to work in, and then I would give you specific directions for how do I add an assignment, how do I add a document or PowerPoints, things like that. As far as the Grade Center goes, this one also has a few basic areas of the Grade Center. And there are a few columns that have already been added just, with examples. So, for example, when I look here, I see paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, a midterm exam, a final exam. These ones have already, just sort of been created, but you can add, other things as you see fit as well. So that shows you kind of all of the features of an enhanced template. Again, if you decide you only want, for example, the syllabus and other documents, then I have one for that. If you decide that you want just the Grade Center and you don't want them submitting their assignments to that, we have one for that too. Okay, now your other options here, go ahead, this is a little bit of a cleaner look. Your other options are an online course development, and there's an 8-week, there are 2 8-week ones, and then there's a 16-week one. There is a lesson plan template, which allows you to add a to-do list and an approximate time for grading, a time for completing materials, and it gives you a lot of detail. If all you want to do is just kind of organize things into a content folder, you can do that as well. So this one runs on the essential elements and the Quality Matters rubric that your peer review process is going to have to go through. Again, this is kind of a guideline. We're not going to just apply this to anybody's class and just let you go. There is going to be a lot of guidance, and we'll give you specific directions and hook you up with the right people. But what this does, what a setup like this does, is if I were to employ this in, say, your 8-week course, you can see in course content that it's got an example Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3. These are all already created in this template. So if you wanted to use this, all you'd have to do is click in here, go to Edit, change any of the information in here to suit your course so that it makes a little more sense. Within each one of the units, there is a to-do list item that you can obviously edit, and then there are examples of a content item, a web link, a folder, an assignment link, a discussion board, a test or a quiz, a journal, a blog, a wiki, and then if you want to condense all of your resources into one content item, you can do that as well. That's a lot of stuff. Nobody would ever recommend that you do that much in any given unit. That could be really overwhelming. But at this point, there's one of everything, and it's much easier for you to go in then and delete than it is for you to create all of these things from scratch. So this just kind of gives you an example of what's possible in your online class. You can go ahead and edit the ones that you want. You can add more if you want to add 2 quizzes instead of 1. If you don't want to use journals at all, you know, that you can go ahead and delete all those things. This really just kind of provides everything for you, and then you can just scale down and scale back as you need to. The lesson plan folder template runs on pretty much the same way. It's just a slightly different way of organizing it. And then your 16-week is also set up exactly the same way. These ones would require a lot of guidance. They would require, you know, the assumption that you've already been through your online teaching and online developing courses. This is just to kind of get the ball rolling for you. But I did want to use this as kind of an opportunity to get everybody started, get them to see what the tools look like, what a standard organization typically looks like, and just to provide sort of a guidance for everyone so that you can get started. If any of these look like they might be appealing to you, so again, we'll run through these, you know, one more time. There is an enhanced for just documents, for documents and grades, for documents, grades, and assignments. And then there are online course developments, 2 for the 8 weeks and 2 for 16 weeks. So if you decide that you would like one of these rolled into a brand new empty shell and you want to work from this to expand your classes, then just go ahead and give me or Lori or Anita, or I'm sorry, or Lori or Lisa a holler, and we can go ahead and work with you to get these rolled into your classes and get you started. Okay, good luck.